And so to the car section, and we start our programme way before the start line. Peder Hansel having problems with his car on the liaison. He says 50 kilometres from the start we've had a problem with the gearbox. We've lost pressure, the pump inside the gearbox seems to have broken. That meant the box was overheating. And yes, we could continue like this, but we would have broken it, so we'd stopped to change it. And it'd been there for 2 hours. Luckily, the trucks weren't too far behind. They managed to set up a mock bivouac. Even Nowitzki there wandering around in the background, and Peder Hansel was soon on his way. On the special stage, he was pushing very hard indeed. Having experienced problems the last few days, slowly but surely, the Frenchman has got the various niggles out of his X3, punctures being the main problem. Sand, the car looks strong. He had a 2-minute and 30 lead, but that disappeared in 25 kilometres over the mountain, and eventually he finished the stage in 3rd position, just 5 minutes behind the eventual leader. As you can see, these stages, the Fiambula, absolutely crazy. Another man to feel the full force of the dunes here in Argentina, Carlos Sainz. Ran first on the road, but after just 13 kilometres on the stage, this happened. There was a track there. He did follow a track, but the track managed to get it over the hill, and sadly he managed to beach his Touareg right on top. Having lost rally lead yesterday to Nasser Al-Attiyah, Al-Attiyah was definitely not going to stop and help his teammate. In fact, maybe he'd not even seen him. He carried on. Having prepared his car, they were waiting for De Villiers and for Miller to try and tow him off the hill. That would have been his best option. There was absolutely no way he was going to do it himself. Nasser Al-Attiyah continues to fly at the front of the stage. Peder Hansel was going faster though, and Al-Attiyah in the midpoint was only 2nd. His main competitor, Sainz, he didn't need to push like he'd done previous days. Finally, Carlos Sainz managed to get himself off the berm, and he was back underway again, picking up his rather nimble and fit co-driver. Then it was time to push extremely hard, concentration at an absolute maximum, until a little bit later on he followed Dupre's tracks. Cyril had made a mistake in the middle of the stage, and look at that. Sainz almost being swept away by the huge dunes and Guadal. The Touareg's so good that it can deal with the soft sand, and soon he managed to get traction and move on. But eventually he'd lose 18 minutes to the rally leader. He's going to be a very, very feisty bull when he returns to the bivouac. So that made it look as though it would be Nasser Al-Attiyah's day. Peder Hansel was pushing, but then in the midpoint lost 3 minutes, and that handed the lead to Al-Attiyah. But just before the finishing line, Al-Attiyah got lost as well, went into the wrong riverbed. He lost 8 minutes to this man, who's taken his first stage victory since 2009. De Villiers' approach has always been softly, softly. He was waiting for the others to make mistakes. Navigation and driving safe today. He took stage victory ahead of everybody else. 4 minutes. And look at that. Who came second? Must be the best day for Christoph Holowitz's Dakar career in the BMW X-Raid. Not only second in the standings today, but beating his teammate Peter Hansel. Mark Miller yet to finish the stage, but is expected to come 6th after getting stuck in the sand. The Volkswagen has a very sophisticated system of getting itself out of sand. This doesn't take too much like hard work. As you can see, the sand's so soft here. He's just got to keep the engine rolling. He should finish in 6th today, ahead of Christian Lavier. Best of the rest today in 7th position, ahead of Ricardo dos Santos. Just a minute separating those two, and then a few minutes down Spinelli, but these guys haven't yet finished the stage as we speak, therefore all could change in the last 10 kilometres that seems to be so tricky. So stage 10 and the results as we wait for them. De Villiers ahead of Olowitz, Peter Hansel, Alatia and Sainz. We expect that not to change as the rest of the contenders come through, and it's changed very much at the front end. Alatia now 12 minutes ahead of Sainz, but only 3 days left. It's going to be tricky to catch that up.
So, you know, typical Fiambala, you know, after the start we decided, you know, not to push too hard, just to go at a nice pace. 5 kilometers in, you know, we came across a big hole in the road, and I told Dirk, welcome to Fiambala, you know, there's so many traps and things that can catch you out. And we decided to just go at a nice pace, you know, like all the other days, and make sure we got all the navigational points right.
On s'est posé dans les dunes, bêtement, et là
we got stuck in the dunes and we lost ourselves, and then got stuck again. We wanted to find a Rio, but jumped a wall and landed on the nose of the car. It was a balancing, 2 wheels, 2 meters up. We had to dig. We were very much on the limit. We didn't do a good stage. We pushed, but we did too much mistakes. We passed Chiniel twice. Each time then we did a mistake. It's very frustrating. Speed, but mistakes. Everything went bad today. I can't imagine worse. In a small dune we were unlucky. It was small, but we couldn't get off. I thought De Villiers would help us, but I never saw him. Then we lost our way. We got a puncture as well. And we've had problems with the gearbox. So lots of problems today for Carlos Sainz. The fearsome Fiambala was also taken on by the trucks. Remember, it's only just 176 kilometres, but it took nearly the cars 3 hours to get through the dust and sand. And the trucks have yet to finish, so we'll speak about them from CP2, where they should have at least top 10 have completed over CP2. That's some 50 kilometres before the end of the stage. And at the moment, it's Vladimir Chagin who leads. He's 14 minutes ahead of his teammate Firdis Kabarov, who leads the overall standings going into the stage, but with the gap that it is at the moment, Chagin would take the victory back and the lead of overall. Some point during the rally there will be team orders between Kamaz to stop the two from fighting, and we wait to see when that will occur. Roland Nikolaev lies 3rd on the stage. He's actually 3 minutes down from Kabarov's pace, but he's some 2 hours overall back from his more experienced teammates. Nikolaev will have his time when Kabarov and Chagin decides to retire. But at the moment, just gaining valuable miles. It's not taken him long to become a Wirtz Kamaz driver. He used to be a mechanic for Chagin's car, then was in the cab with him, and now is behind the wheel. Another good day for Pep Villa in the 506 De Roy truck. Nice to see the red truck out there, the Iveco. And he was driving for much of the day with Hugo Doisters and Franz Echner. Echner's having a bad day. So far, he's down in 10th. Stage 11 is the longest special stage in the rally at 622 kilometres from Chileto to San Juan, where there'll be little dunes. Tomorrow will feature mainly mountain tracks. As we head back to Buenos Aires, just 2 more serious stages to see who will become victors in Dakar 2011.